Introducing Hot Shot Jackpot, Paddy Power's new free-to-enter competition, available to all customers. Every Premier League week, simply pick 8 anytime goal scorers from 8 selected matches, and you could win £250,000 or more. Excludes in-shop bets. 18 plus. Please gamble responsibly.
Hi there. It's the Racing Post Weekend Postcast. I'm Bruce Millington, and in the company of Henry Hardwick and Mark Langdon from the Racing Post Sports Desk and Paddy Power's Sean O'Sullivan, we are looking ahead to not one, not two, but 3 live televised Premier League games on Sunday starting at 12 o'clock. It's the gun. I might have to rearrange the seating here, so I sit between Henry and Mark. Henry's an Arsenal fan, Mark's a Spurs fan, but they both know they're here to be professional and impartial. So before they give their verdicts, Sean, how are you betting on the big game of the weekend?
Yeah, we're evens Arsenal. The draw's 5-2, which has been fairly popular, and Tottenham are 11-4.
Okay, Henry, lead on.
I like both teams to score in this. It looks quite a good time for Arsenal to be playing Spurs. I mean, Spurs were pretty poor against Leverkusen the other night, but they've had a lot of players missing, and obviously the Wembley factor has probably come into play there a bit. There's also another boost for Arsenal that Harry Kane might come back, but
oh, don't be like that. That's the reason they're doing badly. Got no Harry Kane, isn't it?
I don't know about that, but anyway, yeah, I think both teams to score. I mean, the one thing about Arsenal is you've seen it time and time again. They're great on the ball. They go forward well, but sometimes they have come unstuck against teams that defend well and keep things tight and basically run around a lot, which is what Spurs do. So yeah, I like both teams to score. Maybe I can see Arsenal. Maybe I can't really see them keeping a clean sheet. I think they probably will win, but I'll go with both teams to score.
What's that? BTTS, Sean?
Yeah, it's short, 4-7.
4-7. Is that too short? Do you think?
Yeah, it's a bit short. But, yeah,
got to stick with it now.
Yeah,
it wins.
Yeah, it will win, won't it? Mark, first of all, how many of Tottenham's missing stars will be back, do you think? Henry thinks, well, he doesn't think Kane's a star, so he didn't count.
No, I think they were missing when Dembele went off early on against Leverkusen. That was probably 5 of their best 11 missing. Rose will come back. He's been struggling with injury, so they rested him for the Leverkusen game. He's a really big player for Tottenham now, Danny Rose.
Isn't he?
There's no doubt about that. Not only defensively, but he's one of their best attacking outlets as well. It looks like Dembele will probably be out given his problems. So
that's not the end of the world, is it?
No, it's not. I mean,
Alderweireld?
No, I can't. It's unlikely he'll be back. They think Kane will be back. Lamella was only a sort of slight issue, so he could come back.'s quite an important player for them as well.
Because he's not Sissoko.
Well, he's not Sissoko. No, him and Kyle Walker, not much brains down that right hand side, was there on Wednesday? I mean, the way I was looking at, both teams to score. It's happened in 13 of the last 16 North London derbies.
But massive.
Some quite interesting. I think evens is the right price for Arsenal. If you think they're a little bit better than Tottenham, they've got home advantage. I think it's quite an easy game to price up, really. But Pochettino hasn't lost any of the 4 Premier League matches. He's played against Arsenal, so that's a Mourinho, isn't it, to say that the manager's played against a club. But he hasn't lost any of his 4 games. 3 of those have been draws. But I was looking at the most goals to come in the second half of this game. Always think with a noon kickoff, it might be a bit of a slow start. And Tottenham could get tired as the game goes on, given that they are carrying some injuries at the moment. I mean, not a big sample, but 4 of the last 6 have seen the second half produce the most goals in the North London derby. I don't think there's many wrong prices there, but that could be the best bet.
What is the price there, Sean?
I'm going to say it's 6-4, but I'm literally taking off the top of my head as I F-search half here.
I think it's a bit shorter than that.
6-4 sounds very good, doesn't it?
Yeah,
we'll take 6-4.
I have it. We have it. It's even money. Just being cut.
That's still right, even, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean the Paddy Power price boost there to 6-4.
Yeah. What's the opposite of a price boost? A price shrink. Yeah. Sean, what do you think will happen here?
Yeah, I'll stick with it. The goal score angle, I kind of said earlier, I'd be sticking to that. I mean, it depends who starts for him. I think Walcott will be back. If he does start, I'll be backing him because Giroud probably won't be in. I mean, if he doesn't play, I'll be on Sanchez. So it would basically be completely based off Walcott's in or not. If he's in, I back him. If he's not, I'll be backing Sanchez. They're both 9-2. So
doesn't Walcott frustrate you though? That one where he gets the ball on the right foot, just to the right of the goal, and just skews it hopelessly. He does love to pull a shot, doesn't he? I mean, if he ever played golf, it would be 4 left every single time, wouldn't he? You're keeping the faith, are you?
No, I really like Walcott. I mean, you asked me a
you?
question like a few weeks back. If Marmite kind of love him or hate him card, or do I like him? I do like him, and I mean, I really think he's shown just a bit more tenacity this year. I think he's bulked up a bit. He looks just more involved in the game, and I honestly think this will be his best season yet. He started that way, and he could end the year with 20 goals. I wouldn't be one bit surprised.
I just feel that Tottenham's strength is actually that Rose Vertonghen one. If it's Dyer and Walker on the right hand side, maybe. I mean, Iwobi doesn't get many, does he? But he might. This might be a time when Iwobi makes the most of his ability.
OK, lads, thank you very much for that. 2:15, Liverpool versus the Orns, Watford. Liverpool obviously going great guns, aren't they? And presumably super duper short here, Sean.
Yeah, super short is right. 1 to 4 they are. That was as big as I think maybe 2 to 5 when we opened up 3 weeks ago, and they're just absolutely collapsing on everything these days. The draw is 5 to 1, and Watford are rank outsiders here. They're 11 to 1.
Oh, OK, fair enough. During the Tottenham game yesterday, I think Ian Dark was the commentator, and he said the game was being played at 100 miles an hour. I mean, these Liverpool games, they're like 174 miles an hour, aren't they? They're so... Have you ever seen a football team play so quickly? It's bizarre, isn't it? What do you think will happen here, Henry?
I'm going to take a flyer and take a chance on Watford here. 11 to 1. I think it's too big a price. Like you say, Liverpool play at such a high tempo, but the one thing about Watford, they're very well drilled. They keep a shape very well, and they've shown that against when they beat Manchester United. I know Chelsea beat them, but they put up a really good show against Chelsea. And I don't see Liverpool being able to pull them apart as much as they can with other sides. I think they'll keep that three at the back, the three in midfield, and I think they'll be fairly solid. And then maybe they've got players up front if Success comes back from injury, and Agallo and Deeney, they've got players that can get goals, and I'll take a chance on them at that price.
Watford, just a straight, neat Watford
just
11
straight
to
Watford,
1, yeah?
Yep.
Blimey, O'Reilly. Mark?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Liverpool are a team now where there isn't that much value in them, is there? I mean, as Sean alluded to, they are just becoming increasingly short now, and the prices they're going off at suggest that that they're, if not the best team in the Premier League, certainly the second best team in the Premier League. I was looking at Liverpool and both teams to score, which has already happened in 8 of the... So Liverpool to win, both teams to score. It's happened 8 times already this season in all competitions.
Thanks for that explanation. I didn't have a clue what you
sorry,
meant.
I didn't know if I made that perfectly clear.
No, it's pretty self-explanatory.
And then Watford have scored in 9 of their 11 matches in all competitions this season. I mean, Liverpool are fantastic going forward. I still think there are slight concerns about them defensively. Carrier still makes me nervous. If I was a Liverpool fan, he would scare me in terms of winning the league.
Those goals they conceded against us last week were desperate. I mean, the first one was comical, but the second one wasn't great. I mean, Zaha wafted a crossing and little Jimmy Mack gets in.
Even like against West Brom, the game they completely dominated. They switched off against Leicester. They absolutely hammered Leicester, but now I think it was Lucas made the mistake. So they just seem to...
they get tired.
Yeah, maybe they get tired, and maybe it's becoming a little bit too easy for them as well at times. But I just think that Watford have got enough about them to maybe get on the score sheet, but Liverpool going forward...
That success of playing for Watford, he's top notch.
He's good, is he?
Really, really good. Yeah, he's only a youngster, but he looks like a real good player. I mean, he's before he got injured, he got in the team ahead of Garlo. He scored plenty of goals last season, so he could definitely cause them problems.
Right, so Sean, we need from you, before you give us your opinion on the game, we need the, what's it again? Liverpool and both... that obscure market Mark tipped on, and we'll have a little look at success. Let's see what success looks like in terms of the first scorer market.
Yeah, I actually have the exact same bet written down as Mark here. Liverpool win both teams to score. I mean, they're so good going forward, but they're just conceding against everyone. I won't go through every team again, but I mean, they even conceded against Hull when Hull were down to 10 men. I mean, they're probably going to turn out to be the worst team in the league. A 10-man Hull can score against, so I think nearly anyone can. So, I mean, you're getting 17 to 10 there, which does seem like a fairly decent price considering the calibre of teams they're actually conceding to this year. We're trying to find success here in the goal score bet and chance to draw the players here. I have an awful feeling here we haven't got him priced up, which could be highly embarrassing. But he has to be in here somewhere.
He's not just down as Isaac, is he? Sometimes he appears just as Isaac.
He could be down as Isaac. We'll definitely get him priced up. I mean, if the lads want to throw out a price there, I mean, if they think it's a fair price, we'll go up with that price.
What price is Deeney?
Yeah, Deeney's up at 11 to 1 here.
So, I mean, his success is sort of like a 14.
He won't. Success won't be like a up top. He'll be towards the left of Deeney if he does start.
25.
You know we'll do. We'll go up at 16s. We'll go up at a fair price. If we don't have him priced, it's fair enough. We give an enhancement. So we'll throw him at 16 to 1. We'll hold it for the weekend as well. So
excellent, very generous of you. Right, back in a moment with Leicester versus West Bromwich Albion.
Introducing Hot Shot Jackpot, Paddy Power's new free-to-enter competition, available to all customers. Every Premier League week, simply pick 8 anytime goal scorers from 8 selected matches, and you could win £250,000 or more. Excludes in-shop bets. 18 plus. Please gamble responsibly.
Welcome back. Bruce Millington, Henry Hardwick, Mark Langdon, and from Paddy Power, Sean O'Sullivan. We're looking ahead to... No, it's not Monday. That's the third game on Sunday. It always foxes me, that. What a beautiful link. It's the Foxes, Leicester City versus West Brom at 4:30 at... What do they call it? King Power now? I was going to say Filbert Street. Right, Leicester, the champions... It's still weird, isn't it? Leicester, the champions, the 33-1 for the Champions League, as Sean was saying.
Haven't even conceded a goal in that yet, have they? The Champions League? No.
Extraordinary. And yet here they are kind of bumming around in the middle of the Premier League, and they're playing against West Brom in a real meh sort of fixture. But maybe there's a bet in there, chaps. Let's get the prices first, and then the boys can give us their expert view. Sean?
Yeah, they're my nap routes. I think they're a great bet, and Leicester 4-5 here. The draw 27-10, and West Brom 7-2.
Okay, I'm not thinking. If I've watched Arsenal v Tottenham at 12 and then Liverpool v Watford at 2:15, I'm not sure I'm going to have the stomach
Time for a nap.
or the permission for a third game, unless you can convince me it's a great bet here, Henry. Come on.
Well, it's probably not going to be an exciting one, but under 2.5, I just think West Brom probably going to try and keep it tight like they always do. They've done it against Spurs, and I know they were sort of Liverpool all over them for the first half, but they did play quite well in the second half and got a goal. And Leicester, they seem to be much more effective on the counter-attack. I don't see Tony Pulis allowing space in behind West Brom's defence for Leicester to do that. So, yeah, I'd go with under 2.5.
Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I'll probably...
Are you similarly downbeat about this one?
Yeah, I mean, I may see if there's a way of watching Swansea versus Manchester United on Sunday, because, I mean, I'd rather bet Leicester than United. I mean, United are really short away to Swansea, and Leicester here... a fair price, I think, against West Brom. I was just looking at Leicester at home. The 5 matches they've won, they've been ahead at the break at half-time in all of them. So if you want to maybe try and enhance that 4-5, maybe on the half-time, full-time double result market may be the best way to go. I thought it was very interesting. Ranieri said that Leicester are back to last season's form after they got the 1-1 at Tottenham. So I looked at the stats. They had 1 shot on target and scored from it. They had 1 corner. 30-odd% possession, and that was sort of Leicester the story of last season. They were very efficient, and I think that they'll be efficient again, and just edge out West Brom. But I agree with you, it won't be a classic. Save all your football juices for Porto v Benfica at 6 o'clock on Sunday.
Oh, really? Is there a bet in that?
No, but it'll almost certainly kick off.
Oh, will it?
Yeah, I mean, bookings.
I'll be doing my absolute brains by then, and I'll be having some ludicrous bookings by. Okay, well, the boys, they've had a good think about it. They've got some bets. What do you fancy, Mike? You fancy just Leicester, or are you going to go Leicester?
I'm going to go Leicester. I'm slightly nervous about backing them at odds on. I think that, if they can get their nose in front early, becomes a much different game. As we've seen in the last few weeks, early goal really does change the match.
Leicester for Mark, unders for Henry. So give us the prices for those two, and then tell us exactly why we should be getting very excited about this game, Sean, and lumping on the Foxes.
Sure, Bruce. Yeah, the under 2.5 is 4-6. I mean, it is odds on as well. And the half time, full time, it's a lot bigger than the 4-5. It's a 9-5 shot, which does seem like a decent bet. I just think this Leicester at home, I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, to have only lost 1 game since September 2015 is just phenomenal. That was to Arsenal. I mean, West Brom away from home are pretty pathetic as well. The only win they've had since last February is actually at Palace. So maybe I shouldn't have said that.
No, that's fine. Remember it well. Rondon,
no, it's a boy. Yeah, they're just not very good away from home. I mean, if ever you have a game like this anyway, and you're unsure about watching it because of the calibre of the game, just have 5 times your stake. It makes it highly enjoyable. Anyway, that's what I do. So that'd be my word of advice.
Great stuff. Thank you very much, Sean. Thank you, Henry. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for listening. Back next Thursday with another Racing Post football postcast.
Check out Paddy Power's latest football offer. For all televised Premier League matches this weekend, get a free bet if the team you backed is leading at 60 minutes but fails to win. Max £20, not available in shops. T&Cs apply. 18+, gambleaware.co.uk.